Alright guys, this video is going to be ridiculous. You can probably just tell by the timestamp. This video is going to be wild. If you don't know who I am, my name is Nathan Lee. I am the owner of this YouTube channel, and I'm going to be taking you on my journey of not seeing the full solar eclipse. Probably the thumbnail threw you off that I saw the solar eclipse. Well, I did see the solar eclipse, but not the full totality. You'll see the adventure go on, but I think we just have to start from the beginning, which is, I think it was, 2 months before I realized, oh crap, I forgot, this year's the solar eclipse. The last time there was a solar eclipse was in 2017, and I missed it because I had a Spanish tutoring. And yes, in New York, my solar eclipse didn't really get here. You could see a little bit, like the bottom of it, but I didn't get to see any of it until I saw pictures and videos of it. I didn't get to see any of it, so I was pretty sad. But yeah, so this is my journey. So I guess we start from the beginning. So 2 months before the solar eclipse, I wanted to do a bunch of planning, but I'm like, I feel like I'm a bit more prepared than I should. So I had a bit of ideas in the back of my head, but I think I'm going to start when it's about a month away and explaining the planning that I have at the time. So take it away 1 month away from me.
Okay, it is day 1 of preparing for the great grind. Today is March 8th, exactly 1 month away for being ready to see the solar eclipse. I have a ton of stuff that I want to prepare, but I feel like, you know what? It's a relaxing day. We just sit back and relax I got a month to prepare. As a sane person would say, although I am insane, can you believe me? I have to prepare for so many things. I have to get the equipment ready. I have to plan out my location where I'm going. So here's the plan. I currently am going to college in Utica. The solar eclipse happens to be brushing right by me. The problem is I am outside of the viewing circle to see the perfect solar eclipse in the sky by 50 miles. So I have 2 locations in mind. Well, I will have a second location. Let me just go through my process here. My first location is actually going to my friend's house because I have class that day, and sadly, it's on a Monday that this happens. I have class in the morning, so basically, the solar eclipse where I'm living which is in New York, hits Rochester at around 3:20 p.m. My class gets out at 1:15 to 1:20 p.m. and I have an hour and 50-minute drive behind me. And also, since it's going to be April, construction is going to start back up on I-90, if you guys know what I'm talking about if you live in New York. So I have to plan ahead for all of that. It's just gonna be a process. So basically, if there's 2 plans, I will have a plan B if this doesn't work out like it's supposed to. So right now, plan A is probably the plan that's going to end up happening. So the thing is, some colleges near Rochester are actually canceling classes for the day because they want to dedicate the day to seeing the solar eclipse. The problem is, I don't see anything on my calendar for my campus, so hopefully maybe that'll change and they'll cancel classes and we can go into plan B. But right now, plan A is I get my vehicle back because my vehicle just had some service done with it. That's why I didn't take it back with me, because A, it needed its oil change, and B, it needed steering fluid, and I didn't want to drive it and then lose my power steering for no reason and make it basically almost undrivable. Now hopefully we'll be able to get my car back, and my parents will let me bring it back because I did not pass my math midterm and they're not super thrilled about it, but we will discuss. But I have a plan. The plan is I will get my car back when I go home for spring break, which is in a week, and then I can basically drive my car back here. Then the solar eclipse will happen, and either my dad will cancel classes for the day for his martial arts, I don't think he's going to, and then he'll be able to drive me back that night. Or I do see the solar eclipse somehow, and then I drive back. But the problem is I have to drive an hour and 50 minutes. So when I drive from here into the zone, and it takes an hour and 50 minutes, once I get to Rochester, I have 10 minutes to set up before it hits stage C2. C1, I'm assuming, is supposed to start probably 15 or 20 minutes before, so I'll miss the beginning of it, which will be disappointing. But again, if I drive fast enough, and I will be driving like a madman, and book it to the place I want to go, then I should be able to have enough time to watch it go into its full phase, and then I can watch it come out of phase into the C3 ending the C4 phase, and then watching it just casually go across the sky. So that'll be cool. So that's plan A, is to get done with classes and book it 2 hours almost to my destination and watch the beginning of the main part of the solar eclipse. Then watch the end of it and then come back. Now here's plan B. If my classes get canceled that day, or at least get canceled in the afternoon, maybe like noon on, then I have more time to prepare. That's my plan B. And then if that plan B works, we're gonna have a scheduled point, not in my friend's driveway. We'll probably do it in like a middle of like a park or something that's wide open, and then we'll do it there. But that's plan B. Plan B is last resort. So that's not the first thing. The first thing I thought of. The second thing was, oh, it was the second. What am I talking about? Why am I should really write a script sometimes, because I just go rambling on for no reason. That's problem 1. Problem 2 is I need to get a lens filter for my camera. But the problem for that is problem 1 has to work before problem 2, aka if I'm actually going to go see the solar eclipse in full, I might as well buy the lens filter while I'm home for the week and then test it out by taking pictures of, I guess, the sun. It's gonna be challenging. It's gonna be really challenging. Okay, so it is spring break, and I have some updates. We're not going with plan A, we're going with plan B. What is plan B? Well, yeah, so I am currently home. I ordered my lens filter, and it is going to be here between the 20th and the 24th. It is currently the 17th. Happy St. Pat's Day. Now I'm gonna order my lens filter. Hopefully it'll be here between the 20th and the 24th. I think it's the 25th, I forgot. I'm going back the 24th, so hopefully it gets here before I leave, so I can be here and go in where I'm gonna go and practice, where I'm gonna take pictures of the sun. Yeah, I think that's all I was gonna say, basically. Oh, there is one problem, and I think future me should explain.
So, the problem is weather-wise. We have to get extremely lucky weather for all of this to work properly. So, my plan is to get the perfect weather. But the perfect weather means that the clouds don't have to exist. And today that I'm recording this is actually a really good day because it is cloudy. When you have the clouds in front of the sun and the moon, you can't see the solar eclipse at all, actually. So, clouds are a huge crucial rule, except tiny, like, streamy clouds. Those clouds are fine, the sun passes right through them. Thick, puffy rain clouds, that's your mortal enemy. Those clouds absorb so much light, and they absorb the sun so much that you can't even see the solar eclipse happening. Now, if you're in totality, you can actually not watch the solar eclipse, but you can watch it get dark for the 3.5 minutes, which I will actually show you a video clip, hopefully, of that happening. I don't have the video clip yet. Let's just say I don't have the video clip. But you have to have basically perfect clouds in order to see the full eclipse. This next clip is now me testing, now that I have my solar filter, of me playing with all of my settings and learning how to take pictures of the sun. This is just taking pictures of the sun, not the solar eclipse. So enjoy me messing around for 20 or so minutes. I don't remember how long these clips are. I could just look, but nah. Enjoy, because this is painful to watch, but it's educational, so bear with me here.
Hello, I don't know where to put this, actually. There, hopefully it's focused on something. I got my lens filter. It's a lens filter. I'm gonna put it on my camera and I'll show you. There you go. That's the filter. Now I'm gonna go outside. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so that's kind of a problem. There's supposed to be a clip here that snaps onto the bottom of this, and the clip is just gone. So, I guess I'm gonna be holding this myself. I'm angry because my mom spent $100 on this tripod and I just broke it. Also, I don't get Wi-Fi out here because I was going to explain something, but I guess I'm going back upstairs and figuring out what piece broke and put it back on, maybe. Alright, well, I found the broken piece, and yeah, it's
broken. Guess I'm gonna go try to go and fix it, I guess. Okay, so basically it just came unscrewed, so I screwed it in with my hand. I'm gonna grab a screwdriver later, but the spring I can't get back on, so this just fly goes around now. Alright, I don't know how well this thing's gonna hold, so I'm just gonna do this very quickly, but I have the sun in my sights. I'm gonna do this and aim it up, but yeah, this thing just wants to fall apart. But yeah, I wish this thing was focused. There we go. I don't think you can see the screen. You really can't, but I'll give it a try anyway. Put it in a live view mode, and we have ourselves the sun that's in the sky. I gotta zoom in so you can actually see stuff. I got the filter on it. As you can see, it's on there. I'm super excited. Whoa, that sun is big. Also needs to zoom out. Gotta. What I have here. I gotta go into manual so I can actually adjust my settings here. And focus. Look at that, dude. That's the freaking sun. You're not. I don't even know what I'm pointing at on the screen. I hope you can see. Kinda. Yeah, it's there. If my phone's not focused on the screen. This thing would stop going into portrait mode. Oh, okay, now that it's not doing that stupid thing. Hopefully you can see what I'm looking at here. I might have to brighten the screen, but I'll take the picture anyway. But no, I got it up. I have the web page loaded on my iPad, so hopefully I'll be able to see what I'm doing here. And I have the stats that I need to set to. But first, I'm just going to play with it manually and see what I can pull out of this photo. Let's just start by raising the speed. Yep, that's the sun. My f-stop, I need to check, but I think what I have it at right now is pretty good. ISO is 1600. I call that the picture of the sun. Phone considers it blurry because it wants to focus on me. God damn it, phone. But if you can see this screen, I'm using Mr.eclipse.com, and I'm looking at all of the settings for the stuff that they have. So I'm putting right now ISO 1600, so I need to be at an between an f11 and a 176. This only goes up to an f32, so I really only have those four boxes, the f11, 16, 22, and 32 on this row here. Shutter speed is kind of a hit or miss. I'm currently running at 1000. There's a bit of math that you can do. I'm not going to go into too detail. If you'd like to pause and read it, knock yourself out. There's a whole bunch of other stuff. There's a bunch of example photos of what I want to shoot for. Think of aiming something for these two middle photos, but I don't know. Take a mix of both on the day, but right now I'm just practicing. I think there's a couple of other things. Yeah, there's a book and all that stuff. But I'm just going off of this website because this seemed to be the easiest to go off of. Okay, now that I'm inside, I can actually see what I'm looking at. It's going to be a lot of trail running. So that is white. White. Darker set of white. It's not focusing, and the screen's not as dark as I hope because you're not getting the right photo. I'll throw the photos up on the screen probably, but this is more of what I'm looking at. Go into this one, then I can actually look at what I'm looking at. Mostly it's just that. Oh wait, it's my MacBook. Alright, now I'm gonna probably cut to later me explaining the plan that I have. I have a plan C or D now, I don't even know what I'm on, but I gotta go upstairs and grab a screwdriver so my tripod doesn't fall apart, but fast forward until I'm done practicing, basically. The reason why I'm doing this today is because the sun is out. If you can see, there's a big giant ball of sun in the sky, if you couldn't tell. And also there's basically no clouds in sight except those like strata clouds over there. But other than that, it's pretty damn clear. And I think it's gonna be basically like this during the solar eclipse, I hope. I can actually look at the weather now, and from 2 weeks from now, it claims that it's supposed to be raining in the morning, but then clear up in the afternoon. I hope that's a lie, and it just says sun, sun, sun. But yeah, so I'm just gonna keep practicing. I got my screwdriver and fixed the tripod. Yeah, so I'm just gonna take pictures for the next hour, probably. Yeah, so I'll see how it goes. Okay, so my goal
is to just practice. I've probably said this a million times, but it's just to practice on practice on practice. Isn't getting too hot, right? Nah, that thing's fine. And just continue pointing this thing at the sun. Disclaimer, if you ever experience a solar eclipse, don't point your camera directly at the sun unless you have a filter on it, or else you will have no sensor on your camera left. I bought a filter, and that's what I'm using. But basically, I'm just going to keep doing that for a bit, and then look at this guide chart here and just mess around with all the settings. I need to figure out what the eclipse feature means. I guess it just is talking about the different phases of it. Okay, so I have been doing the reading, and these filters, the filter I have for my lenses, essentially safe for all partial phases of the eclipse, but you also want to use your telescope binoculars to view the total phase of the eclipse. The solar filter needs to be removed quickly and easily removed when totality begins, and must be put back on when totality ends. So basically, I gotta quickly remove this. I gotta like screw that off, not drop it and break it in the grass or whatever. Take a picture of it, and then when totality ends, screw it back on. And yeah. So that's gonna be fun to figure out. So yeah, I gotta learn how to take a picture of the sun without being able to take a picture of the sun. So this is something I can't practice. That's a problem. The partial totality thing, yeah, I could take a picture of that with the lens filter, but I want to take it off when the thing begins, I guess? Yeah, that makes sense, right? Right? I think so. I don't know. Okay, so I have been taking pictures. I've taken quite a few of them. I haven't taken a whole lot of them, but I have taken some. So we're gonna start off by looking at the pictures I've taken. Hopefully some of them are good. These are raw photos, so these are gonna take a second each to load. Cool, my phone won't focus on them. Oh, it actually will. Okay, so I guess I can just focus. You stupid. Okay, so here I am now back in the room waiting for my phone to finish transferring all the video files that I took while I was outside. Here is the map. As you can see, this little dark part here is the spot where the solar eclipse is happening. So I currently live in the Utica area for college, as you can see right here. On the thing it says it's going to be a 99.7% chance of totality, of the maximum totality, and it basically at 3:24 is when it will happen, as you can see on the map there. There it is. So that's where I am currently. Not good enough. My home is in the Rochester area, specifically Webster, so I'll put in my zip code. There you go, that's basically where my house is. The totality lasts 3 minutes and 41 seconds, which the maximum amount of time that I've seen just by bouncing around is 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So yeah, basically that's when it's gonna happen. Totality is going to start at 3:21:21 seconds and end at 3:24:02 seconds. And the full circle will start at 2:07 and halfway is 2:50. So you can see this website is really nice. This is on NASA's website if you are curious. So really cool about that. So how this is going to work. If the weather is going to cooperate, I'm going to head to my hometown. I'm going to be able to see the entire thing and be able to look at it and try to take pictures of it for basically 3.5 minutes. If I can't, because my parents are not, my grandma is bringing me home that weekend, and if the weather is supposed to be good, I'll stay there on Monday and watch the full thing, skip my 2 classes that I'm gonna have, and be done with it. If the weather is gonna be bad, the problem is my parents are gonna send me home because I'm not driving out. My grandma is. So my plan is, I have a plan if I can't see it, and it's gonna be weather. For the 2 weeks ahead, I don't believe the weather in the slightest. It's supposed to be partly cloudy or mostly cloudy, depending on what the Weather Channel wants to make up its mind. So, Going from my house, from the college to my house, is a 2-hour and 9-minute drive. Basically, totality would have started and I miss it once I get to my house. So my original idea was get to my friend's house, who was an hour and 50 minutes away. That plan is actually now off the table. I actually have a better plan because both of my friends are going to be working that day, so it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to go and stand in his driveway if none of them are going to be home. So I have a new plan. From where I live up to Boonville, basically, is 35 minutes. And Boonville is basically right there on the map, and still I get to see the entirety of full totality for still almost 2.5 minutes, which I still consider it a win. That's pretty good, honestly. And yeah, even though it's not the full like 3.5 minutes that I get before, it's still pretty darn good. And Watertown, if I could get, Watertown is basically is the same as basically my house. I don't know if I'll make it up there in time, but since it's going to take me 35 minutes to get here, I consider this pretty good and call that good enough. So yeah. If all else fails, I'll go to Boonville and stand on a side of the road next to a cornfield and look at the sun. I don't know. I don't really have a plan. Maybe stand in someone's driveway. Or actually, I'm not going to stand in someone's driveway. I'll park in a cornfield. I don't know. Okay, new plan B. Just roll with it, okay? New plan B. I got an email this morning that classes from noon to... Well, I forgot the date or the time. I think it was like noon to 4 or something. I think. All classes starting between noon and 4 are canceled for the eclipse festivals. Now here's plan B. If my classes get canceled that day, or at least get canceled in the afternoon, maybe like noon on, then I have more time to prepare. That's on my official email list for my stuff. On my email, it's the campus email that emails me every day. It's that thing. Classes are canceled between noon and 4. So if plan A doesn't work, instead of going to Boonville, I can drive all the way home. Or almost all the way home. Probably not all the way home, because that's gonna be pretty close, because it's probably gonna take me half an hour more to get home than normal because traffic's gonna be garbage. Garbage. I meant to say garbage, but garbage works too. So that's plan B if plan A doesn't work. Now I will see you in 2 weeks or 13. How many days did I say? I thought I said 10 days or something. It's more like 10. It's more like 12 days, but whatever. It doesn't matter. I'll see you in days. Okay, I'll see you when we get closer. When the Friday happens, I guess. I don't know. What am I saying? I'm not home yet, if you could tell. There is now only one plan. It is called Take Me Home the Weekend Of. That is the only plan that is happening. I'm vlogging this entire thing and I'm editing it all the way through, and I feel like it's such a build-up, but I want to go through the entire journey because that's how I want this video to be made, as a kind of journey towards something amazing. And I hope it's amazing because I'm editing this video and so far it's been pretty boring, so hopefully the final outcome will be exciting enough for the whole wait, because so far this video is already 20 minutes long and I haven't even finished it yet because it's a week before. So my only update is I'm going home that weekend and my grandma's coming and picking me up because she wants to see the solar eclipse too. That's all I have. Actually, you know what? There is one more thing I can look at, because I looked at the weather before and it was kind of unpredictable basically. It is Friday, so basically it is whatever. I'm going to check the weather on that day and see what it's going to be. So I should check at home, not here, since I'm going home. That's final. That's the final definitive, so yeah. Generally sunny despite a few afternoon clouds, high of 57, winds of 5 to 10 miles an hour. 14% chance of rain. And the days prior it isn't supposed to rain, and the day 2 days after it isn't supposed to rain. It isn't supposed to rain until Thursday that week, and it stops raining or snowing on Thursday the previous week. And then it goes up to like 60, 50s, and 60s. So right now, weather-wise, it's looking pretty good actually. So hopefully this is kind of just final, and this is like almost final predictions. I know we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days away, but still, like, if it's gonna be like even if it's partially cloudy, like there'll be clouds every now and again, I'm sure we'll be able to see the solar eclipse just fine. So I'm pretty happy. So that's the newest update. I'm gonna edit this clip to make it funny. So today, me make this clip funny and do something funny to it. I don't know. Not if you want to. Make it into a YTP. I don't know. Generally cloudy, despite a few afternoons. Snow, high of 5, winds of 57 miles an hour. It's looking pretty bad, actually. I will see you in 10 days. I'll see you right now. Bye.
Okay, so basically the rest of the video is going to kind of descend into madness, so you're going to have to bear with me. But before that happens, make sure you subscribe and like the video. These are just common things. I'm trying to build this channel up by making stuff like this. I'm trying all the little tricks in the book and stuff, and I just want to have fun. And you could tell by this part of the project that I was super frustrated about everything just changing plan-wise, and I was super exhausted, and I just wanted the solar eclipse to happen and be done with everything. So, yeah. Anyways, back to the video.
Okay, it is the day I'm leaving. Today is Saturday. I thought I was leaving also today or yesterday. My grandma's not coming out. So, yeah. Also, weather kind of has turned to the worst. Isn't terrible, but it's supposed to be cloudy. Or at least from what I can see, it's supposed to be cloudy on Monday. Hopefully that's just in the morning and not in the afternoon. And hopefully in the afternoon it clears up. But if it doesn't, I have a plan. So we're back to plan A, plan B. Plan A is still seeing the solar eclipse, but I get to see it in my front yard. I don't have to go to that baseball field behind my house. Plan B is to drive home at Monday morning if the weather's supposed to be here, and then drop some of my stuff off and then drive up to Boonville and see the solar eclipse in a cornfield or something, because from what I can see, Boonville is supposed to get better weather than here and in Webster, even though Boonville is literally 35 minutes up here. So we'll see. But yesterday when I was talking on the phone, I was like, oh, it's supposed to be better weather at home. Now it's the other way around. So I don't know. So, yeah. We'll see when I get home. So I'll see you when I get home. I gotta get my vehicle and pack stuff. And make sure I have everything. I gotta remember to have everything this time because I forgot my tripod when I went home, so I didn't practice while I was home last time, so yeah. Anyways, I'll see you at home. I think the worst has happened. I just checked the weather when I got home. It is like 8 o'clock at night. I got home at around 2. As you can maybe see, I'm at my house. And it's supposed to be cloudy here, with like 90% chance of clouds and like 15% chance of rain. That's terrible. Terrible. So, my plan is tomorrow, and I hope this plan doesn't go through, I'm going to get up at 6. I'm going to look at the weather. The clouds are going to magically disappear and be gone forever. And I'm not going to drive to the Adirondacks, where there's 15% chance of clouds. Yeah, that's where my grandma lives, is in the Adirondacks. That's not going to happen. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. It's going to be beautiful on Monday. Not a single cloud in sight. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to be like, yes, I'm staying here. I'm not driving 4.5 hours to the Adirondacks. Nope, not happening. I am not doing it. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna watch the freaking sun and look at it in my driveway, take some pictures, and go on with the rest of my week. I am not driving to the Adirondacks. Nope. I am staying here. I am not driving.
I want to shit myself. I'll talk to you guys later when I'm in a better mood. Okay, I'm in a little bit of a better mood now, so I'm gonna start talking. I am going to my grandma's house, which is in the Adirondacks. I am not going to see the full solar eclipse, but I'm going to see 99.7 or 5% of it, I can't remember the number, in a park somewhere near my grandma's house. I'm giving up seeing the whole thing for like a minute and a half. It's going to be close enough. It's still going to be cool looking for the like 10 seconds. It's super dark. Whatever. End of story. So I'm now going to drive for another, I think it's like two and somewhat odd hours. It's more like 2 and almost 3 hours technically, but yeah, so I'm going to do that. I'm on the highway now. I'm in a bit of better mood. I'm finally not behind a Honda CR-V that I've been following since my town, and I've been driving for about an hour and a half. I've been following this one CR-V. We've been holding the same speed the entire little route through Cato and all those towns, and just it's been funny, but I had to get in front of it as soon as we got on the highway because he wasn't going fast enough. But anyways, I can just barely see the Honda CR-V in my mirror. But yeah, so anyways, I'll see you when I get to my grandma's house, which will be at around noon. It's 9:20 at the moment, so yeah, I still got quite a bit of driving left. This is probably the longest drive. Actually, no, this is not the longest drive I've done. I've driven a 6-hour drive before, so not the first time, but yeah, so I'm driving. I got nothing to update, but I'm in a better mood now. I've been listening to some music. I'm more awake. I've been drinking my root beer to wake me up. I left a little late from the house, so I wasn't happy about that. I made up some time. Yeah, so I'll see you when I get there. Okay, I just checked the cloud cover, and it is like a 72% chance of covered clouds. Of cloud cover. Not a 72% chance of clouds, 72% of cloud cover. Yes. I'm holding this charger. Don't ask questions. I hope tomorrow isn't going to be a complete wash. The perfect cloud cover, or like next to no clouds, is basically in Maine. Apparently, like, the entire path of totality is like covered in clouds now, so like this year's solar eclipse is like a complete wash. Hopefully it won't be as bad as it sounds. We're praying. I'm here. If you couldn't tell, I'm in a room. Yeah, I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow. I have my camera ready to go. I'm going to record my reaction with my phone, and I'm going to do a time lapse with my iPad, I think. And that will be good enough, I think. So we're praying. I guess I'll see y'all tomorrow. Oh boy. Holy shit. My body is already shaking. Okay, so it's the big moment. We are, I think, about an hour or so away from the eclipse happening. I am super thrilled, super excited. The weather is absolutely beautiful out, and I don't think I could have let this be. It could have not gotten any better, honestly, with the weather we were having, potentially on our way. So I think I'm just going to let the rest of the video speak for itself. I'm going to try to chime in a little bit because it kind of gets chaotic and an incident happens, but I did resolve it and everything was okay. So here's the rest of the clips. Okay, so
we are set up. Camera in action. My dad just sent me a picture of complete cloud cover, no sun in sight, so I am so happy I drove out here because, oh my god, would I have been disappointed if I didn't see it. And it looks like it's gonna be, it's perfect, it's blue, it's perfectly blue, like, just absolutely crazy. Sun's up there. I mean, there's a couple of these, but, like, yeah, that didn't affect anything, so super happy. Yeah, so really excited. I guess the next clip will be the big moment at around 2:12 when it starts to cover it. So my plan is to take pictures. So the covering starts at 2:12. My plan is to take a picture every 10 or so minutes of its phase that it's currently in, and yeah, super excited. So I guess I'll see you when it starts. I probably won't record the entire thing, but I will definitely record the moment happening where it gets dark here. So really excited. We're too excited for this.
No.
We're so
We're excited this is their sun.
Yeah, that's true. Like, it's so beautiful, like, we cannot. Yeah, it's too exciting. Okay, here we are. We are at the final moment. As you can see, the moon is getting really close to being covering the sun, and we are getting more and more excited as it comes through. And I do have all of the pictures of the solar eclipse put up on my Instagram page, and also I'll throw in the clip of the one picture that I saw it fully covered right now, because this is a magical moment, as you can see.
This next moment is really big, and I'm super proud of what I have accomplished. Here it is. The 2024 99.6%, I did correct myself, solar eclipse. Right now. This moment, I was kind of in a mixed feeling of being, whoa, the solar eclipse, and being kind of underwhelmed because it wasn't the full solar eclipse, because I was expecting it to get darker. Well, it did in fact get dark. It felt like it was a sunny day with a thunderstorm rolling in. That's basically how it felt. And for your theorists out there, yes, there was a weird problem with my camera, and some theorists say that electronics would freeze up during the solar eclipse, and well, here's that moment in action.
What the heck? No, not now.
What a very weird and wonky moment that happened. I kind of chuckled to myself afterwards, but I did end up getting the camera fixed again. I just had to take the battery out and put it back in, and it was fine after that. That's basically the solar eclipse, and here is my final message before I go to the end cards of me probably rambling on about something. I completely forgot what I rambled on about, but here it is for your viewing pleasure.
I am not going anywhere. Ever. I can't even form a sentence. I'm not going anywhere ever again. Whoa! I think I put like 550 miles on my odometer during this entire chaos, and oh my gosh, it was totally worth it. Even though I only saw 99.6% of it, man, I still call that a win. I mean, I saw it. My parents didn't even get to see it. It was cloudy the entire time, but my mom did get a very nice video of it being nighttime, basically. So, really cool. Roll the outro. I'm going to bed, even though it's 7:24. Please let me sleep. I need sleep now. Thank you so much for watching this crazy video that I have put together. This is a 40-minute video by far, and it's one of the craziest videos I've created, but I got to see the solar eclipse It was good. It was fun. Again, a little salty about not seeing the full thing, but it's life. What can you do, really? But thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share this video with friends and family. Until next time, peace and high five. And see you in 2024 for the 2044s, or today is 24. I screwed it up. See you in 2044 for the 2044 solar eclipse. Woo!